The Bunker Project is brought to you by Wix.com.
Hey, I thought I was doing that part.
I said I'll start it and you finish it.
Oh, okay. Wix.com. I use Wix.com. It's amazing. Go check it out. I think we should just talk about tips and tricks for Wix.
Well, Wix.com is a free platform that allows you to develop a website for free. HTML5 support, Facebook fan page support, mobile site support. Yeah. Awesome platform. And we are very happy that they are sponsoring the Bunker Project. And this is Bunker Project episode number
92.
Welcome back to another episode of the Bunker Project. We are live to hard drive here in the Den Bar in downtown Vancouver.
What? Robson Street somewhere?
Robson Street.
Yeah.
All right. We are here on the countdown to
Surviving another show.
Episode 100. We're on 92. 8 more to go. All right. So we've got a whole bunch of content this week. We've got Google Plus now integrating Google Places into their platform. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Apple responding to their charges of price fixing.
Yeah, and I want to talk about broadcasting on Google.
Price fixing in the book in the book space.
Well, you mean the space they pretty much dominate?
No, Amazon dominates it, but with the Kindle. But
okay.
Yeah. But we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about all sorts of other cool stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about spam. James is going to talk about games, and we're going to talk about what else?
I want to talk about doing a broadcast.
Bob wants to talk about Google Hangouts on air, and Bob also wants to talk about how to open a beer bottle. And
I like that one.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
There's a really cool movie that is they're trying to make on Kickstarter. It is the fastest funded film on Kickstarter, or it probably will be. And we're going to talk about that. And let's start the roundtable.
All right, so let's do...
with Bob.
Okay, cool. I'm Bob. You know me. I do a book podcast you should check out. It's really awesome.
And
we never talk about it.
And he's going to remove...
I get in like 87 shows.
Hey, you know what? Bob's going to remove the nasalization operation from uncensoredsocialunderground.com because he found a cure. He found a cure on the internet. He's been scouring the internet. And he found a cure, and it's going to be...
100th show?
It's going to be arriving.
Miracle.
It's going to be arriving... down in Blaine. He's going to go pick it up on the 20th.
God,
so that is our 100th
teasing.
anniversary show.
Nope.
No, it'll be...
Oh, I thought that would have been awesome, though. Bob decides to...
No, but the cure. What you know what the cure is?
Yeah.
He has ordered an awesome new microphone.
Ooh. A non-nasally one?
That specializes in non-nasalization.
I don't think so.
Cool.
And it's the RE320, the Electrovice RE320.
He's
Great
so
microphone.
excited. It's like, yeah, I got it.
Well, you know, it's the same microphone I had for 10 days. I had it for a couple shows, way back.
Yeah.
It's a great microphone.
I guess so. I mean, I read a lot of reports before I bought it.
Yeah, it's a great microphone.
Actually,
it's got a...
I watched more videos than I read. I lied. I was like 20 or 30 YouTube reviews.
It's basically almost identical to the broadcast standard RE20, which is a much more expensive microphone. This one's just made in Asia.
You know, there was an RL22, which was exactly the same mic manufactured, exactly all the same components. The only thing difference, it had a different paint job, and they sold it as a kick drum mic. Crazy.
Well, the RE320 actually has a little switch that you can switch, and it's like a high cut, low cut switch. And one is for vocal, which of course Bob's going to use it on that setting. But you can also set it for
kick drum,
for kick drums. Yep. So if you want to use it for that, then that's just an extra thing.
I think I should set it at kick drums to see what happens.
Yeah.
But it's totally cool. Bob's getting a new mic, and we're going to test it out next.
You get kick drum sound as opposed to nasally sound.
Next Bunker show, he might even have it.
Wow, it looks like one of the tables got a sponsor, Reese's Peanuts, being handed out.
Reese's Pieces.
Well, is it Reese's Pieces? Reese's Peanuts. They're not paying, so we can get their logo right.
All right, so that's Bob Garlick. He's at Bob Garlick.
Wait, that was
on
an intro?
Twitter. That was an intro.
Oops, sorry, didn't mean to.
Bob like takes like the extra time because he
Were we doing a
'cause he can.
roundtable
I
for
just
the
get
whole
carried
last
away.
week's show?
And I'm Andrew McGivern at Podcast Hero on Twitter, and we're going to start that way over there next.
Big Ian.
As you get some recent
Okay.
pieces.
Okay,
Ian's
there's a case
mouthful,
of beer in
so-
the back.
Margaret, BC_Insurance Gal, BCInsuranceGal.com. Taking care of your needs.
Reynolds Wrapping, a
Your
package
risks.
for you.
Reynolds wrapping your risks. Get it right.
Okay.
Only if we're paid sponsors. Sorry.
Cool. That was your intro?
Yeah,
That was
not
way
bad.
That was way slower.
Talk
than
about
Bob's.
your T-shirt again, man.
Yeah, but
So
that's the way
freaking
it's supposed to
cool.
be. She did it right.
Oh,
Quick. All right, Twisted Magic at Twisted
at
Magic.
Twisted Magic _ MAJIC on Twitter.
Because you put the J.
In Magic.
In Magic.
I do. Because I'm James. And my new YouTube show called Talking About Games with James.
All right, everybody, go check
gripping.
out Talking About
Talking about games with
And you
James.
can see
Yeah, talking about
well,
James with
it's funny
games.
because it was the first. What?
Talking about James
No blame.
with games.
James with games. That's probably.
It's probably better than watching James.
That's
do
actually
dishes.
better branding, I think.
Well, no, actually,
Leave it alone.
Talk
I
about
enjoy-
James with Twitter.
I'm gonna try this, but the thing is with Google Hangouts on air, you can't make it completely public, which is kind of interesting.
No, it's by invite, right?
It's only by invite,
Yeah.
right? And my talking doing dishes hangout was always public, so it was just random people coming into the room, and it was kind of interesting how many different people would come in and the different stories they have or what they'd want to talk about. And I'd only do it for like half hour.
Yeah, so you'd have to use like Screencast-O-Matic or something like that, and you could record it and.
But with the Hangouts on air, it actually allows me to have that check mark, right? So then I'm not going to get sued like we were talking about last episode. But
Yeah, you just have to say whenever someone pops in, hey, by the way, I'm recording this. Either if you're okay with that, stay. If you're not, bye-bye.
yeah, but it can be kind of different with the way that blocking works on Google Hangouts.
Yep.
Okay, when you make it.
Yeah, it's then it's liabilities on them then, so it's better.
Yes.
All right,
Anyways,
so we've got
Bonnie Sainsbury.
in the house too.
At B Sainsbury on Twitter. www.bonniesainsbury.com is my other blog. I help you create online conversations that convert.
Nice.
Yeah, good tagline.
Field goal.
All right, so I'm Marcel from themovieyearbook.com. Twitter is at the movie. That's not right. Twitter is at movie yearbook. Hooray.
All right, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Ian.
Lovebuyingcars.com, pretty much. Car person. Talking about social media, that's pretty much it.
He's a social media and a car person.
Have you ever
The
surfed
LinkedIn
Facebook?
expert.
Have you ever surfed Facebook while driving?
Probably not a good idea. But I hear Bing's got stuff in cars now, so who knows?
So what's the best way to be social in a car, though?
I would depend on the
Didn't you
car
learn
and the
that in
group,
high school?
man.
Yeah.
Because I think being social in
How
a car.
quickly we end up going there.
Depends
I
on where
cannot
you
believe
park.
it is.
I think he's going to start talking about Twitter again.
No, I didn't even think about going that way. I thought about car racing. That's what I was talking
okay.
about. You know, you roll up to the car beside you, you look over at the person, you go, "Hey, let's go," and then like you rev your engine a couple times. That's pretty social, right?
All the old people went somewhere else.
I thought he was going back to the Twitter stuff from the last episode.
No, I was thinking more like a 1950s movie or something.
Oh,
where
I thought you were
everybody's driving
talking
around.
social in a different way. Okay.
I don't know.
All right, so do you remember back in episode, I don't know what, we're on 92 now? When did Google Plus come out?
A year ago today.
Yeah, so it was,
Halfway through.
it's got to be like episode 49 or 48. We were talking about Google Plus, and we all came to the same agreement that the power of Google Plus is if they bring places into Google Plus, and actually they did it last week.
Yay,
So-
us.
Yep.
So we predicted that. We can give ourselves a gold star.
We also predict the Facebook phone.
Yeah, and
And it showed up everywhere.
yeah, but no, it didn't. Facebook does not have their own phone.
No, but like news about it did. That was kind of funny.
Didn't I hear that Google
Still
just bought
does.
Motorola? So
Yeah.
they're going to
No,
call
Google. The deal
Motoroogle
closed.
or-
The deal closed like a week ago, or two, for about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But the actual purchase was announced like months and months ago, and it just
I
took
don't
that
remember
long
us
to close.
talking about it.
Yeah, we did talk about it, but it's you know, it's going to cause problems, I think, for Google's market share in Android, because the carriers hate it. And the well, I shouldn't say the carriers hate it, but the manufacturers, the other manufacturers of Android phones, don't like it.
Well, did you see, though, that Sony has just joined up with HTC, though? That was something that came out of E3. So now we've got
Missed that.
Google
I
with
missed
Motorola.
that. What?
And then HTC is now with Sony.
So HTC.
Well, they didn't
with
buy
Sony-
them, but they're going to have their software on their stuff. So
what software on what stuff?
well, you'll have to Google that to find out. But mostly,
Hey, come on! You have to come prepared to the bunker.
Yeah, I know.
Come on,
I know.
Dan.
My bad. It was yesterday. It's
Hey,
hard
we
to
didn't
remember.
even know about it.
Okay,
This is a hint for us.
but yeah, it's the HTC handset will be with so you can play your Sony games on it. You can play. all your-
Yeah. Okay, so yeah,
So it was like, what was it? The Xperia was the
it's not
first
like they're
phone that came
they're
out
not
with
they're not
Sony?
they're not doing like a joint venture.
No. It's just
manufacturing
saying, like,
a
hey,
handset.
this handset also contains PlayStation.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
I like that.
that's kind of interesting. I mean, Google owning Motorola. We've got Microsoft with its own platform, right? Windows 8, iPhone. So we've got like the big four.
BlackBerry.
Yeah, but
Five.
Microsoft.
Okay, big
Mic-
five.
Microsoft isn't manufacturing
It's a
its
lot
own
better
phone.
than 2 years ago, though. or
Microsoft
3
is,
years ago.
Microsoft's not manufacturing its own phone though.
Yet.
Apple's manufacturing its own phone. Google's now going to be manufacturing its own phone. RIM manufactures its own phone. Windows has an agreement with Nokia,
Oh yeah, that's right.
right? They're not manufacturing their own phone, but we've talked about that in the past too. How there's only a couple players in the industry. There's Samsung, and there's Apple, and they make up 50% of sales in the industry, and the rest are LG, HTC, and all the other players who really are kind of fragmented, and they're not profitable.
No.
So the two profitable players are Samsung and Apple. So it's kind of interesting. We're a little bit off topic.
Okay,
But,
definitely off topic.
Surprise,
were we
surprise.
talking about Google Local?
Google
Yeah.
Places. Google
Google
Places.
Places.
So Google Places. So there originally was Google Local, and then it became Google Places, and now it's become Google Plus
Places.
Local.
Google Plus Places.
Google Plus Local.
Okay. Local places on Google Plus.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you do a search in Google Maps for local business, and it would have gone to their Places page. Now it brings you right inside Google Plus with a little bar across the top that if you're not logged into your Google account, it'll say Join Google Plus. So basically, they've hijacked the entire Google local listings and brought them into Google Plus.
So they're hijacking all the customers. So that's good.
It's good. It's good for Google Plus. Yeah, absolutely. What do you think, Bonnie?
I think it's probably not such a smart idea.
No?
No, I don't.
What don't you like about it?
Google Places is embraced by businesses that aren't necessarily tech savvy, or they were created by someone else who sold them a package. And
Well, there's a
These-
lot of people, just like people who made their living on creating Facebook landing pages.
Yep.
Now there's all sorts of offline consultants that have been basically only doing Google Local, and now all of a sudden it's changed, right?
right, but it was like a Yellow Pages replacement for some of these businesses, and they relied on everyone being able to see it with a search.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to be a Google Plus. You have to have a Google account in order to see it.
No, you don't have to have a Google account to see it. You'll still see it, but it'll ask you to sign. If you don't have a Google account, it'll ask you at the little red bar at the top. Will ask you to sign into your Google account or to get a Google account and sign up for Google Places in order to interact with the page. But you can still see all the information, and they'll still be found on the map, and it'll
Okay, my
still
bad.
it'll still be similar to Google Places, but it's now it's got the sidebar with all your Google Plus stuff on the side. So I think it's actually pretty smart for Google, because how many businesses percentage wise are actually on Facebook with the Facebook fan page or business page.
They're getting bigger more.
Unfortunately, more and more.
More and more and more. But now they're all on Google Places or Google Plus, whether they want it to be or not. So I think that's it's
a nice competitive move by Google.
it's a big move.
I don't know. I'm still not convinced, and I normally just get in step behind everything Google does. But in this case, I don't know.
Doesn't jibe with you.
Doesn't make sense.
It's a
to me.
sneaky move. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, but I support their other sneaky moves. So.
So they out sneaked you on this one?
You don't mind. You're just selective about sneaky.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
sneaky, but a little bit too much.
I think it's the wrong niche.
It's forceful sneaky?
Yeah, I think it is.
What did you say? Foursquare?
Forceful sneaky?
Oh, I thought you said Foursquare is
sucks.
sneaky because it kind of is interesting that Google's doing this because with all of the check-in applications there are these days, there'd be a lot of data out there floating around to actually pinpoint places, which would be good for amalgamation. So I mean, if they take the Google in all that information, you'll get better search results. It's like this place has a Yelp rating, 278 people have checked in here in the last week, and the health inspector was there a couple days ago. There's relevant information for people looking for businesses, and I think it could be very helpful and at the same time kind of be interesting because then you could actually get real-time information on your staff if you're a brick-and-mortar store. So,
Okay.
Where are they?
No, I'll agree with that. Wow.
And where are my staff? Where'd they go? They're checking it across the street.
No, okay. And that would be an upsell, being the marketer that I am.
If they did that, though, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Because when I'm putting stuff on Twitter, I'm like, "Hey, I'm so and so or whatever," and it should help you find the relevant businesses you're looking for easier, and maybe even an easy platform for them to customize it and manage it. So
And find you, just in case they're looking for you.
Well, last week,
I have to remind this though. Did you guys ever see that Yellow Pages commercial where there's the guy in the bakery and he's like eating stuff and he's like, "Hey,
Oh, yeah.
what's up?" And they're like,
not really here."
I'm not really here. If you had a Yellow Pages business page, you'd have way more customers. Well, you're a bakery. If somebody doesn't want to bake their cake, they go to your store. They're not going to go on Facebook and go cakes. If they go cakes, it's all of a sudden like how to make a cake.
Well, that's where you get into Google local search.
Yeah. So now they get more relevancy.
well,
But
it's-
is there
it's
talk
adding-
about them buying any of these things like Foursquare or any of these other
I don't think they'd buy these technologies.
Yeah.
They're fun in their own ecosystem. It's just making
Yeah.
sure that it's like searchable data.
So most of the time when I go to Google Places, I just want to know where the thing is and, oh yeah, so what do they bake? And that's it. I don't want to know anymore.
Yeah, well,
And then I
that-
go onto Google Maps and I search to see what intersection and what the store looks like.
And if the store owners are smart, they'll take pictures if they are a brick and mortar store
Yes.
So
of
the-
their actual cakes. And then it's like, oh, there's like 16 pictures of cakes here. Okay.
So what's happening then is a location's Google Plus page features much of the same content as the Places page: the address, the hours, the photos, the reviews.
See, there we go.
But instead of just like the 5-star review that they had before, it's now integrating Zagat.
Oh,
Which-
Zagat ratings.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Which
even
they
better.
they
Nice.
Google purchased Zagat
Yep.
recently.
Oh.
So now now they're using Zagat ratings. So yeah, it is even better, and it's interesting because you can still get all the same content, find all the same relevant information that you found before, but now it's integrated Google Plus on the sidebar. And now there's a new icon on your sidebar for Google Local right
Yeah,
within.
it's awesomely enough. It's the little marker when you're searching something.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I think it's good. I like it.
So that way they're going to pull more people into Google Plus.
And last week, yeah, exactly. They're going to pull more people into Google Plus. And last week we talked about the Bing sidebar, right? And the reason why Bing is doing this is because Google, with its own social network, is socializing the search results. Of course, Twitter and Facebook, being competitors to Google Plus, don't like that. So they partnered with Bing, with Microsoft, to because Google they kind of closed off the social search results from Google, right?
Yep.
And now in Bing, it's open. Those results will show up in that sidebar. So I don't know. It's interesting.
Partner move with Bing, I don't know.
You're sticking with Google?
I admire them trying to do something, but I don't know if that it's kind of like
Competition.
Facebook buying Skype, like whatever.
That's awesome though, because like, video conferencing is awesome, and a lot of people telecommute these days. So
Yeah. Okay. So what my question is?
and when you're on Skype now, you don't
Skype.
even have to be on Facebook. You have
got
Skype open.
Well,
Anybody can call you.
You
from
got so
Facebook.
many choices. You got 3 choices, 4 choices, and then there's the corporate choices.
Well, Google Hangout was awesome. It just needs to have an ability to like really standardize everybody's bit rate and actually make it more relevant.
Okay.
Nice. Anyways, because like I've been in a lot of Hangouts and the lag can be an issue at sometimes, but I've done a couple of team Hangouts and it works really well. It's kind of weird. So,
I actually like Hangouts. I mean, Skype. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. I
but
guess.
I think what you're saying though is Bing's kind of weird, but I like the fact there's a competition for Google because that encourages innovation. So, anytime there's somebody else trying to take the top spot, it can be good for everybody involved. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not against the competition thing. I just think that it's going to be hard for them to challenge that. It's kind of like challenging the guy who has all the keys. But anyway,
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So speaking of competition, I heard that you're going to be rushing out to get your PC with Windows 8.
oh yeah, Windows 8.
You're all over the metro, I heard.
Windows 8.
Was I wrong?
No, but there I did actually on Google. There was a guy who was installing it, and I was making some comments on that. And that
He
was kinda-
downloaded the beta version?
Yeah, he's installing it. So I asked some questions about pricing, and he said, "Oh, I don't know." And so it was kind of interesting. He was installing it and talking about it, so it was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Anyways,
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I was listening to Windows Weekly earlier today, and they were talking about Windows 8, and basically they were saying that it's Windows 7 is now like the old XP because everybody's going to hang on to Windows XP, and when you buy a new computer with Windows loaded onto it, you're allowed to downgrade to any lower OS that's supported. So they're saying that most of the businesses that get new hardware
They're just gonna go
that's
to
loaded
7.
with Windows 8, they're just going to drop down to 7 because they don't have to retrain their staff on how to use it.
Well, it's not only that.
Because
I mean,
it's a radical change, right?
well, it's not only that. It's when you have people who spent that $300 or whatever it was on Windows 7. Are they really going to upgrade? I mean, yeah, if they have new hardware, whatever, it comes with it. But I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, but even if it comes with it, if you bought like 300 computers for your workforce, are you going to train them on how to use Windows 8?
there's a
Metro?
lot of businesses still using XP, man.
Yep,
So
that's
Windows
right.
7 is kind of okay. Windows 8, whatever.
Yeah, but what they're going to do is they're going to upgrade to 7, not 8.
I don't
so
think they're going to
Windows-
upgrade to 7.
Windows-
they seem
No.
to be fine with the XP.
Yep.
Windows 8 is a consumer play, not a business play. The Windows 7 is gonna be the dominant player in PCs in the enterprise space.
A lot of people are still sticking with XP, man.
They are.
They are.
they just don't
In
want
the
to pay.
corporate-
Yeah, but
Well-
when they upgrade their hardware, when they upgrade their PCs, it's going to come loaded with Windows 8, and they'll downgrade to Windows 7 because Windows 7 is pretty good. It's in terms of
I don't know. I mean, it's funny. I've worked at a number of different dealerships in a number of different places, and you'd be amazed how they have a lot of computers, but you'd be amazed how few of them have modern operating systems on it. They're not interested in it, and I think part of it is their fear, probably from an IT perspective, their fear of the newer operating systems.
Yeah, it was Vista that did that, right?
Yeah.
This has sucked. Windows 7 is fine. I'm on Windows 7 and I find it stable.
So, as a consumer, if you have a reasonably new laptop, I'm wondering if you're going to buy another laptop or if you're going to wait and buy a mobile device, a tablet. So, I'm thinking specifically of Asus's Transformer Prime, which runs Android,
Yep.
but physically operates actually better than a laptop.
In terms of the hardware specs and the like dual core, quad core processor,
Absolutely.
whatnot. Yeah.
And the fact that it's got a very nice keyboard, which you just pop it out and you've got a keyboard, and it gives you more functionality than a laptop. And the reason that I'm saying this is because I've got I carry my tablet about 95% of the time, and the other 5% of the time I bring a laptop along. And one of the reasons why is because up until lately, GoToMeeting wasn't supported on a tablet, on Android in particular. Now it is. So I'm wondering why I'm even carrying that heavy laptop.
A lot of people don't even need a laptop.
Well,
when you say it gives you more functionality, I'm not sure if that's...
Well,
mobile functionality.
Did you get a chance to watch Everything D, some of the interviews from that conference that went on, I think it was last week?
No,
and they
I
were
didn't.
talking, I actually posted a couple of days ago, I think it was, a full interview, but they were talking with a number of people, including Tim Cook, I believe, but there was a lot of other people there talking about specifically tablets, and they were talking about sort of the differences between, sort of the legacy of a laptop versus a tablet, and it was quite an interesting discussion, talking about, what was the future of that platform and how is that going to differentiate, and it was there's actually a lot of really great content. So I think it's called Everything D is the conference, and I'd highly recommend it. There's a lot of great interviews, but there was some really good comments about tablets specifically. Of course, there was lots of comments about we can't comment what's coming up, but
yeah, well,
there were some interesting legacy comments.
The whole
about
thing with
tablet versus laptop.
The whole thing with Windows 8 is they're trying to with their Metro.
Metrosexual format?
Yeah, they're trying to come up with a platform that is the same on a desktop and their tablet. So it's still going to have like the Windows. It's still based on Windows, but they've gotten rid of the Start button, and it's all based on these kind of like the Windows Phone. These
tiles,
yeah, and so it's interesting, and I think it's a radical change, but it's a huge gamble for Microsoft.
Do I want Windows on a tablet? I don't think.
Yeah,
so.
but if the tablet looks like a smartphone operating system,
you had a Windows phone. What'd you think of it?
Oh, yeah, but see, I disagreed with Microsoft at first in what they were doing, because I thought what they should have done is they should have brought out a tablet just like Apple did with the mobile OS. Mm-hmm. The Windows Phone and the current Windows Phone are the Nokia Lumias, the high end phones. They're great.
They're awesome.
And I love them. They're great. They're awesome phones. And as of yesterday, they reached the 100,000 app mark.
Nice. There's only 100,000 apps in the Windows Phone store.
Yeah, but back when I had it, they only had 20,000.
Speaking of Windows apps, I heard there's a game called Pod Panic that you can download right now on the Windows App Store.
Yeah, you told us that last episode.
Oh, Jesus, I did.
You did. And apparently it's awesome.
It's all about being a whale and going through and saving your pod.
So they've got 100,000 apps. They've got 350 new apps. 350 new apps per day.
That's
being
very
released.
low.
But if they're the right kind of app,
well, they've got.
But where's
who cares?
All the apps that are in the top 1,000 iPhone apps are all Windows apps now.
Wow!
So,
there you go.
Wow!
So they're actually starting
competitive
to come in, and they've got a try before you buy, so you can download it for free before you buy it and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
That's way cooler.
But yeah, no. What they're doing now with the Metro is they're actually making their tablets PCs with a mobile interface, and they're making their desktops have the same interface, the Metro interface.
That's great.
So I think it's a differentiator than what Apple did with their computer versus their iOS operating system.
Yeah,
they're going to have the same one that just scales depending on what you're using.
Well, they're gonna be launching basically an iOS version of Snow Leopard's basically going to be iOS.
Yeah,
anyway.
they're
all going to be the same.
They're going that way too.
Yeah.
So,
but
that's coming this summer, I think.
Do you do the same jobs in the same way on a desktop machine in particular and on your mobile? I don't.
Bonnie's right. I mean, Netflix has a bunch of differentiations for when you're on a mobile device to when you're on a tablet to when you're on a TV.
No, because I can't do some of the stuff that
it's frustrating,
that,
right?
that I need to do. For instance, you really can't do audio editing on a tablet.
Right.
Well, that was what was so interesting about this discussion. He was talking about legacy. A number of the people but they were talking about legacy, and they were saying that the question was, do you see tablets replacing desktops or laptops?
Hell yeah.
And part of it was the discussion, and I thought it was a good question. I mean, part of the discussion was, part of the problem is legacy. People have this attachment with what laptops currently do, and can they make that leap? I mean, part of it's obviously software and the ability with that device to be able to do it, but
It's
part of it
also,
also is
and also
a
some
compromise.
industries. Some
Right.
industries, like, okay, finance and banking is going to take a long time before we can move to strictly tablet, if ever.
I don't know.
But
I
also,
mean,
it's compromised too, right? Like, what do you want on that laptop? What can you fit in
there's
there?
lots of
So-
banking apps you can get right now.
You know, but
No,
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 but
no.
on my end, and as far as
For
Yeah.
a person operating
In the
business.
industry.
yeah,
Yeah,
in the
okay.
industry, yeah, not logging.
Not as much, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of
It's-
those.
I mean, okay. Seriously, most of the insurance companies and banks on my end of the industry, you can only log in using Internet Explorer.
XP. Are they
Like,
using
seriously.
Windows 3 or Windows 1 or?
Yeah, it's true.
No, it's not that, but it's like I
okay.
can't even.
No,
use,
no, no.
I
They're
can't even
using
use Chrome.
3.1.
Oh, okay.
I can't even use Chrome for Sing,
Yeah.
but I still have to use IE.
Chrome. I use Chrome for working for TELUS, doing activations for phones and things like that. But I don't always use it because, you get to the end of an activation, you go hit the submit button, and occasionally the submit button is just not
Yep.
clickable.
Yep.
But it works on Windows. It works on Windows.
That's just
Internet
bad,
Explorer
bad, like
programming.
bad
yeah.
program.
But I've had that happen.
Yeah,
That's what I mean,
On
but
non-TELUS
that's
apps.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like you have to go up and go and like tap them on the head and go bad.
Yeah,
Fix it.
but the key thing to it, and
yeah, but they
this-
just say they
this-
only support
I'm
Windows.
just kidding.
Yeah,
I don't hit my programmers.
This was true when I worked in the automotive space, and it's still true as I see, manufacturers, big manufacturers, they just don't want to spend the money.
They don't want to spend the money to
They've
upgrade.
got that on
Yeah.
that platform,
Yeah.
Yep.
and it's a legacy
Well, okay.
platform. It's an old legacy.
So the
platform.
Future Shop computers got bought by Safeway. So I mean, like you see the legacy as it
Yeah.
goes down, right?
Yeah.
As soon as one company decides to go up to it, you have Posy Touch systems, all that sort of thing. It's expensive if you're a franchisee to remove all of that software, and as Andrew said earlier, retrain your staff.
Well, not only that, you've got to upgrade all the computers, then,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I think the interesting thing about the whole discussion I watched on tablets was I think tablets and laptops will coexist for a while, just because people want the functionality of both. They want to have both options, and there's some things right now with the tablet that you can't really that a laptop could do and the tablet can't. Now those
Yep.
things are becoming smaller, but the other thing is a compromise. When you move from a form factor of a laptop to a tablet, you got to make compromises, and those compromises aren't always good.
You know
I
what?
mean, you're not
I
going to
think-
be
You know
able
what
to-
is-
I,
you know
I
what it
agree.
is?
I agree with them.
I
though.
don't like small screens.
I
They drive
agree.
me
I
nuts.
agree with Ian, but what I
Forget it.
think it is that you need both. You
Yeah.
have to have both.
I know, I agree.
So
and I think that those people selling those home
How many
high quality
screens?
coffee machines, where you make these espressos in your house.
They're
and they-
sweet, dude.
And they
Keurig,
say,
we love Keurig.
How many screens?
And then I say,
Keurigs are
I'll
awesome.
save
3.5 inch, 4
I'll
inch,
save
7
money
inch.
I won't go to Starbucks anymore. Or I won't go to
Do-
JJ
but-
Bean or whatever. But they say, okay, the sales
Do you
even
work
the
for Future
sales
Shop?
rep said, actually no. You'll just
all
you'll
your
just have
fault,
better
Ian.
coffee at home,
Jesus.
and you're still going to go to JJ Bean, and you're still going to go to Cafe RJ.
I don't know. I really enjoy my Keurig machine on Sunday mornings when I wake up. And
Yeah.
Before you do
quite the
dishes?
lifestyle.
Yes, it's good. I have my
It's the
monocle
red
on and my
sunglasses
top
and-
hat. and I
But
have no
sometimes you
pants
still
on.
like to go to the coffee shop.
Nothing but a
because,
French press for me, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I think
To
we
make
get to
coffee.
one show. That's all I ask is one show.
Bob,
that, like,
a French
petite
press is used to
entendre.
make coffee.
Not the way you say it, Lovey.
It's interesting.
You're not even close.
It's interesting. I've got
right.
this camera right now. It's focused on both James and
Margaret.
Margaret. Now,
And the French press.
it's got this little thing, like this little box that goes around the face that it's focusing on, and it only focuses on Margaret. It won't focus on James.
I do weird things to electronics.
He's gamifying it.
I do weird things to
Are
electronics.
you a vampire, James?
I don't think James is a sexy. Oh, it just went to James.
That's because I had my fingers and I had my hands in front of my face. Right? If I hide
That's a
my,
secret.
it's a smile thing. It must be that.
All right,
smile.
so let's move on to
The
how to
smile
open a beer
algorithm.
bottle. We got this video
Hey,
that we're going to put in the
That's
show
my
notes.
story.
Oh,
Actually,
And,
I discovered it. It was in the notes,
Yeah,
and
you discovered it
all
in the
it
notes.
was a link.
He discovered it in the notes because I put it there.
But all it was a link. It's like, what? So it's a video. I played the video. What did you guys think of
And
it?
we're going
Like,
to put it in the show notes.
It's like
We'll embed
50,
the video.
It's like 50 or 60 cuts
Definitely
of
a guy,
guys opening beer
guy
bottles.
video.
Yeah, women would just have the twist off.
See,
Yeah.
what's the big deal?
Yeah. Or just
It
have
was-
the wine and then it's easier.
It was before the twist off, and actually, some bottles still don't have twist offs.
I know it's sad.
But those are the good ones.
Like Coronas.
true. No,
Coronas
no,
don't have
actually,
twist offs,
Twist-
do they?
Nope.
Stella
Nope,
Artois.
Corona doesn't.
Is Stella a twist off? I don't remember.
Okanagan Springs black beer sure as heck doesn't have a twist off.
Yeah, it does.
Sure
well,
as
that's
heck.
industrial.
Sure as
strength.
Sure it
heck.
does.
Oh my God, I went back to Alberta. I love Alberta, by the way.
Thank God you got out of there
Deep
when you
fried
did.
something.
I love Alberta.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Alberta, you know what happens in 30 days?
Oh
The
yeah,
Calgary
that
Stampede.
huge
The
horse
Stampede.
festival. What
Horse
the heck's it called? Oh, I
lots of
know
drunken
this one.
people
Don't
and
tell
horses.
me.
Lots
I
of
know
drunken
this
people and
one.
horses.
I know this one.
No.
It's the Palo Mount. No, not the Palo.
It's the world's largest
No,
oil
It's-
festival or
it's-
something?
No, it's
No.
known as the greatest show on
Money
earth.
in the oil festivals this
Oh,
weekend.
the one with
What
the
was it?
sharks.
The Calgary
And
Stampede.
the guy
Because-
jumps
Wasn't
over
that
and he's got a
Ringling
leather
Brothers?
jacket
Greatest Show on Earth?
Jump in the shark.
No.
on. Jump in the shark. Yeah, that's
No, not
Barnum?
Come on,
Barnum?
that's- no.
Was that it?
Anyways, it was
Barney.
started by four guys.
Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Come
started by
on.
four
Good
guys
talk over.
that paid $100,000 each
And they were
to
drinking
throw
heavy?
an awesome party in the middle of Calgary.
Oh, yeah.
So if you
Wow.
want, it was done by these guys named the Big Four.
Does
and
it
they
still
have
have
a
the same
building
budget?
called the Big Four? No, now they went actually on CBC. They had the Dragons, and the Stampede went to them and said, "Hey,
pitched them.
we want to offer you this deal: $9 million to throw a one hell of a party." And it actually draws in like over 50 million people in the last 100 years
Yep.
through Calgary. And it has more people per year than came to the Olympics here in Vancouver. So it is an awesome thing to go check out. It's the 100th anniversary, which means it's
Nice.
It's gonna be nuts.
crazy.
Hey, we should go there right after our 100th show.
Well, it's August for our 100th show, right? Because Bob screwed up on the date.
Oh, yeah.
Just do a couple extra
I
shows,
was
man.
only a month off.
I was
for
like,
God's
July. Aren't we doing like episode 82 or 92 today?
sake. I can
Oh, yeah. So it'll be after the.
It'll be after it. And we could actually be like,
But we
whoa,
could-
it was insane.
We could do a special report. Come on, we've done it before. We can do it.
If you guys want to
Are
do a
you
road
going?
trip, I would go. Let's do it.
if you
It
guys go
won't
to
be your
Cal-
first rodeo.
No, it won't be my first rodeo.
James, if you go to Calgary, I
Yeah.
will call you
yeah.
and chat with you for 20 minutes.
But so the
no more.
the Stampede is this awesome party.
Hey,
lots
I'd go
of
just
stuff.
for the deep fried whatever it was.
Well, there's donut burgers. There's going to be other
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, donut burgers.
I got to
Yeah,
go to this.
I'd go for the Cowboys.
I got to go to this awesome concert.
Hey, you know what I was
I'm
planning
with
on doing?
Margaret.
I was planning on having this new music that was for a segment called Gaming with James.
All
And saying,
right,
now
let's
it's
do
time
it.
for Gaming with James.
Do it.
And I would play the music, but I don't have it.
All right. Duh,
But let's just pretend.
duh,
Now it's time
duh,
for
duh.
Gaming
Yippee-ki-yay.
with James. We got to play porn music for James. Anyways,
Twitter Playboy music.
Twitter Playboy. I like that.
Ouch.
There
The
should
Twitter Playboy music.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like
gaming. Sorry.
Gaming. We're going to talk about. Let's
I have
give
to
us a
say,
rundown on this spyglass or whatever
This
it's
is a
called.
ridiculous list he's got.
that. Anyways, so it's not ridiculous, but okay. So we've got
It's really
It's
ridiculous.
what's going on.
it's
right
what
now.
going on. It came out like 2 days ago.
Exactly.
So we're talking about Microsoft and we're talking about Smart Glass. And
yeah,
Smart
those-
Glass allows you to use whatever mobile device you have and project the image or whatever you're doing on the screen. Smart.
So what do you think?
So how smart is it? How smart is it?
I think it's a great move. I think it's an
But is
awesome
it smart?
It's better than 3D.
thing.
Okay,
It could be.
so
right.
so how
3D's
like
dead.
you as a
3D 's dead.
gamer and as an Xbox user and you know you're in that.
Tell
Period.
this possible customer if I have an Xbox. I mean,
Yeah.
they gave them to everybody.
True.
So
Do you think people are going to use that though?
hell yeah.
Yeah. You would use it?
If I was in
In
Calgary,
a
for
second.
sure.
No, it's okay. So say you're like hanging
If I
out
was
with your
drinking on the
friends or whatever.
Stampede, yep.
Dude, drinking the
Yeah.
Stampede,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with the smart glass, it's going to allow you to have more functionality, right? So say you're in your house and you're playing around with your mobile phone, which most of us are doing already. We're not sitting on the couch usually. We're doing other stuff. And you want to throw like an email or a video or whatever, it's going to be awesome. It'll help extend the functionality of what you're doing. I mean,
So it'll just put it up on your TV
sure.
screen.
Like say you're cooking, like say you've got, you're searching for a recipe and then you want to see how it's made. So you throw it on the TV while you're actually cooking it. You got a bigger screen to look at. Things make a little more sense. I think it's
TV.
For-
Very cool.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty.
That's a legacy
retro term.
technology. Legacy
It's the
technology.
reemergence of this real retro thing.
Yeah.
Where you put stuff on these large screens and it actually shoots
but
light
it's
rays
awesome
out.
because
Xbox.
it's your
Very
Xbox
cool.
is connected to it, right? So before it would
So
be
it's Xbox TV.
It's
Oh,
kind
you
of
have gestures.
Oh, the monitor
There
for
is
your
gestures,
Xbox.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's
it's true.
what it is.
I agree. I think it's pretty cool.
I think it'd be interesting to see how it works and everything like that. And we'll give you a report in 6 months, and I might be like, I don't know what I was thinking. So, but who knows? Like that's the awesome part about new technology.
Absolutely,
We have
you gotta
no
go for
idea.
it. You got to throw all your money at it.
And we saw Sony show off a AR reality book called the Wonder Book, which is associated with J.K. Rowling's. So that was kind of interesting too. So you use a wand and you learn the spells from Harry Potter.
Nice.
in a book.
Gamification.
Well, gamification. Kids are going to read and do the
It's
spells.
brandification.
Yes.
It's an amazing idea for Sony because J.K. Rowling is huge, right?
Well, she got a lot of influence with kids. Do that. And
She's not that big.
It's big enough.
She isn't that big. She's actually kind of short,
Yeah, she's short and she's not.
but she
really.
carries a big
She's-
pocketbook.
Really rich.
And she can cast a wicked spell.
And she does a podcast,
Does she?
but it's secret.
Yeah.
You have to go to 9.75 hertz.
So any other news from the E3? Anything coming down?
Very
fast.
9 3/4 hertz.
That was good. And well
Right in
done.
between the frequencies.
Okay,
Good
so
one, Margaret.
So we covered Microsoft, we covered Sony. Nintendo came out with their Wii U, which is basically.
What about Diablo 3? You didn't cover that.
Oh yeah, we talked about
Oh,
that last
we
yeah,
week.
can
but
talk
like-
about that again
well,
if you want. It's still fun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a big release, right?
That's like a month
it-
old, isn't it?
We did that in we did that
Really
in
old. Really old.
That was a month ago, yeah.
we
We
talked
were,
about
we were
that.
in the hangout and you were out here talking. I'm not kidding. It was like show 88 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, I listened to that because it was after What's in the Bag.
Yep. Oh, you know the names.
Hey, dude, it's
that's
awesome. I was
right.
riding
What's
around
in
in my
the
mom's
bag?
Equinox, right? Like just hanging out with her, and she's got it displayed. So whenever I plug in the iPod, it just displays the song and the album cover and stuff. It's like so futuristic. It's like, oh, I can know when she puts on that song I hate.
Yeah.
It's like okay, it's my turn.
So you saw what's in the bag, and you're
I
like,
did. I thought it was kind of funny. Like it's actually pretty funny when you're in a smart car seeing the names of the episodes. People,
It's funny. I don't remember.
People get in, they'd be like,
I don't
"What is
remember.
this?"
I don't remember what
doesn't
is
display the,
what is in the
the
bag? I
JPEG or
forget.
anything.
That was the awesome.
Oh, you brought that. It was
Bighorn
cowboy
sheep.
stuff. It was
Yeah.
yeah, that was
The
a good
bighorn
taste
sheep
test.
turds.
We've been doing a lot of taste testing recently.
That's because
huh?
I've been going on a lot of different adventures. So
I
it's
like
like,
when James brings us treats.
Oh, yes, it's very nice.
you know what Marcel should bring us? Some movie popcorn.
He should. Yeah.
Hey,
think
I-
it's
I-
Well, that's
fun.
guaranteed to scare off the
Andrew,
popcorn, dude.
Oh yes, we need that.
I
Hey,
love
before we,
dude.
are you done with the games? Is that the game?
I don't
report
know.
for this
Like
week?
you said, there was like
That's
the
a pretty-
gamification of
that's
HR. Like, isn't that something we were going to talk about too?
I was the gamification of
Hiring.
Google Maps when they use games to teach people how to use.
Well,
Google
there
Maps.
was
We talked
another
about that earlier.
there's another show note thing that said that.
Yeah, gamification.
All
time.
right, you want to talk about the gamification? Something else? Fine.
Well, you keep saying.
So
the
go
word.
ahead, talk about it.
I don't know. I think it's
dare
kind
you.
up, man,
I
get
dare
up.
you. I double dare you. I double dog dare you.
I kind of think it's kind of cool
All right, cool.
because
Go for it.
I mean, if people can learn a lot more about their employees by doing it, then it's possible. I mean, Walmart already
Unless they
proved
discover
did it,
they're an
so-
international spy and they get shot, then that would be a bummer. But other than that,
International
you're safe.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. The Safeway manager is actually an international spy.
So
Sorry,
what
dude.
exactly would be gamification of hiring? Because in this article it says that they get prospective employees to play games.
Yeah. Usually they'll have games that are like, built for your, different things that you're looking for. So like cognitive functions, visual acuity, speech. I don't know if it's speech, but maybe words, I guess, is one thing you could do.
So my question
so one
is,
of one of the games. Hang on, just one sec.
Okay.
One of the games is
Hang on there.
is they say, okay, you're a bartender,
Whoa, Nelly.
Yeah.
and they play this video, and you have to choose based on only the expression of the person's face what drink they want to drink.
Okay, that's just random.
Based on the
You
facial
look like
expression.
a Chambord Royale. No, I want a Bud.
which year? Which year? Yeah.
That reminds me of like
Just
this
call me
old
that. I love
bartender.
Bud on your
Yeah, well, that's what it says here. It says the
Don't-
How could you
the
guess
rules-
somebody's like what they're going to drink by the look
Hey.
on their
If they've
face?
got
It's
a
like
cowboy hat on.
You've never been a bartender, have you?
I have been a bartender. I've never had
Well,
that
I'm sure it
happen
would
to
be
me.
multiple choice.
Actually, it's very predictable.
Really?
The rules of happy hour are deceptively simple. You're the bartender. Your challenge is to tell what sort of drink each of the swelling mob of customers wants by the expression on their faces. And you must make and serve each drink and wash each used glass, all within a short period of time,
For no money.
or you don't get the job.
Yeah, but that's good because it trains you in the process that it's going to take to do that job. Repeat these steps, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, but that was that job was to be like the president's like assistant.
Well, that's what you're doing. You're getting them beer. And
Exactly.
then you have to put, like the,
It's a logic test. That's all it is.
that is. It's like, can you do these steps in order? Can you do them quickly? Good.
Repeat.
Repeat.
Next.
All right, Bob wanted to talk about something now.
No, I forgot. It took too long.
Okay, so there's this
Okay,
cool
actually,
movie.
This is for Bonnie.
There's this cool movie,
Oh, I can't believe you just.
Oh, the Kickstarter.
the Kickstarter.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's do the movie. We'll do the movie first, then we can do the thing with
Is that like Firestarter?
Kickstarter.
Yes.
Kickstarter.
We should be talking about Indiegogo anyways because it's Canadian.
Yeah, well, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, it's ways to like crowdsource funding, right?
Yeah.
And Kickstarter has a movie that these guys are trying to fund. Mark Zachary, you know him? Marcel? Mark Zachary?
Not personally.
I was
just
distracted by my cell phone. Who? What?
Mark Zachary, legendary sci-fi writer Mark Zachary.
Learn how to
from
multitask.
Star Trek, Babylon 5, Sliders, and special effects wizard Doug Drexler, Star Trek and Babylon.
Yeah,
Doug.
Doug. Yeah.
you know him too.
Yeah, friggin'
He's
Doug.
awesome.
Yeah.
You get Doug on that stuff. That's multi-platinum.
They used to,
So these
Maybe
guys
he's a
are
heavy drinker.
behind the fastest funded film on Kickstarter.
see?
They're
Doug.
using
That
the,
is multi-platinum right there.
That's totally Doug.
Doug brings all
Hey,
the
you're-
credibility to that.
Hey, you're
project.
totally overusing the phrase right there. You do that in every single
Totally
episode.
Doug. What?
I challenge you to go back to every episode and you'll find it right there.
So this is a new gamification of the Bunker Project. If you've listened to us about to 92 shows, please go back to every episode. And every time you hear James say,
right there.
you have to take a shot.
And that's how he says it too every
And
time.
if you're alive at the end of the
says-
92 episodes,
yeah, like
Exclamation. It's a
I like,
exclamation.
and the most common phrase with
Exclamation
right
mark.
there is that's dangerous marketing. Right there.
Right there.
That's dangerous marketing right there.
I'm not a dangerous marketer, isn't that? We didn't had that guy on the
Wasn't
show.
that
Yeah,
marketing
you said it. You
dangerously?
said it. You said it when he was on the show. You said that like 5 times. That's dangerous marketing right there.
Right there.
Okay, because so everybody that listens to that, every time I say that, take 5 short sips of beer.
Yeah, we've had some weird shows. We've had some pretty weird shows.
Anyways, they're using this Kickstarter website to directly communicate with and enlist the support of fans for their latest project, Space Command, which looks like a pretty cool movie. And
Command.
they've now raised like hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is pretty cool.
But don't they need millions to do that movie?
No, that's the cool thing about Kickstarter is you can ask for as much money as you want. So you can be like, I need
$50?
No, well, no. That's like a Fiverr.com.
Well, that's what Marcel needed. Marcel needed $50 to go to like 5 movies, and he could have done a Kickstarter, but he said, "Oh, I don't want to."
but you
do
gotta
it."
No,
remember,
he should have
too
gone for
much money.
$300,000.
You got to remember though that you're getting something back when you support one of these Kickstarters, right? It's either
Yeah,
like
you're getting
a
DVD
movie,
of the movie.
yeah, a T-shirt,
Exclusive content.
You can be an
Chicken ass.
exclusive movie
If you wanted
reviews.
to, Ian, you could go and you could invest in this if they still have one of the reward systems, maybe. And I bet you could possibly executive produce this.
Yeah, they've got tons of levels. So the more money you get, the better.
And my friend Brian,
reward you get.
My friend Brian, he's trying to open a restaurant here in Vancouver called EXP, and he's using Indiegogo. He needs $50,000 to open a video game awesome place for people to come eat
Pasta and
food,
video?
drink beer, and play video games and socialize and show the world that we're not. the
It's
kind
too
of-
many. It's too scattered. It's not focused enough. I don't think
Anyways.
anybody plays video games and eats and drinks at the same time.
No,
Video
unless
games,
it's-
isn't that like 85?
Unless the video game.
Anyways, if you want
tells
to check
you
it
to
out,
do that.
if you want to check it out on Indiegogo, it's EXP Bar, and
Alright.
it's cool. That's the Canadian version of Kickstarter, and he
Okay.
has awesome things like if you are
It's not a bad comeback.
if you pay $200, you get a custom. Maybe it's not $200, but if you pay a certain amount, you get your own custom controller and beer glass in a case in the back that only you can use,
Oh.
just for supporting his business in the starting stages. So, I mean, these are kind of interesting times
All right.
for people and content, right? If you want to be an executive producer, you can pay for it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, do you remember when way back when there was like a threat to the open internet?
Dun, dun,
Threat?
dun.
Bill C-37?
There was SOPA,
Is that what we're talking about?
and there was
Okay.
Yeah.
all these other ones. PIPA.
Pipa, SIPA,
Andrew's got a hot one here. Okay.
There's now there's a bat signal now for the open internet.
A bat signal for
It's
the-
called the Internet Defense League,
Yeah.
and you can
Unbelievable, huh?
sign up and
Check in.
whenever
you get
there's
a badge,
a threat,
you get a
you'll be
secret
notified.
decoder chunk of metal. It's different shapes, but it's a chunk of metal.
So website owners are being invited to sign up for the Internet Defense League, which is a project that will enable them to participate in future protest campaigns in the Internet Defense League.
And
So
score points.
That's kind of interesting. Okay.
the banner logo for the Bat Signal site is a cat, a reference to Ethan
course.
Zuckerman's cute
Cat
cat
bat.
theory of digital activism. And the idea is that sites that would respond to the call of defend the internet, you'd see that cat signal, and then that would be the
Is
signal.
that your cat signal coming out?
Oh my God! It's the cat signal to the Catmobile.
So that would be like the signal to black out your site,
Hey,
right?
did you know that Catwoman's going to be in the new Batman movie coming out soon?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
So what's the gamification of like the cat signal? Like, let's say you're launching, you're launching.
It's how many responses you get back
would say
to the
t-shirts.
cat signal.
So let's
That's
say
the
you have a-
gamification of it.
Let's say you have a game that's launching or something, or website.
And the cat
that's
signal
launching.
comes out, and it's like, oh no! I
So
have
you
the cat
could launch the cat
the
signal
cat
on all
channel?
your competitors' websites, and they would black them out,
I thought that was called YouTube.
and you'd be the only one left.
Okay, that's a good idea. I like.
What about the
no,
dog
I
signal?
like that.
Is there a cat signal and a dog signal?
I liked Andrew's idea. He's like, you send it out, and everybody else blacks theirs out. And you're there, and you're like, look at me, I'm the only website around.
I left
I
for
just
2
gamified
seconds,
the cat
and this
signal.
stuff
I don't know if
makes
it's
no
a
sense.
gamification of it, but it's.
Bonnie
10 minutes
sir.
of Twitter.
and my crew of amazingly switched on people. Here we go. 20 ways to get more retweets on Twitter. I want this translated.
So basically, Bob's going to speak. Bonnie's going to translate.
Retweet yourself. What would you say that is? Anybody's up for grabs? Who
No.
wants to answer
No.
that? No.
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 Tacky.
Why? What? But
Cheesy.
what
That's needy.
is it?
Yes, it
Needy,
is.
desperate, tacky.
Well, why don't you just like
Okay,
repost the same
okay.
tweet without retweeting?
You,
it?
that's not needy. That's smart.
Wait, is this a
That's
Yeah,
called
that's just retiming.
scheduling.
That's just scheduling,
Yeah, that's a
retiming,
list of
putting out the
20.
same tweet.
Scheduling
but,
good,
but
looking
this
needy
article
bad.
is advice.
But retweeting it
No,
just
this
kind of
is
looks
just
stupid.
us having fun.
We're
with
trashing
some-
the
But
article.
retweeting yourself.
What's
is
the
not-
next
No,
one?
we're not trashing it. Content, and that's what shocks
Content
me.
is-
Is content wasn't first.
Content,
And,
yeah,
you know,
should be
retweet
first.
yourself. Like, what? But I guess if you
yes.
had like lots of blogs and stuff, I do that to myself all the time. I don't
Content's
post
key.
and repost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reposting's fine,
See,
but
but that's-
content is key.
And I make
different.
the content.
That's different. That's different. That's differentiating it from your original stream, right? If people follow Bob Garlic for Crazy Bob Garlic, and you retweet like Book
Crazy
Bob
Bob
Garlic,
Garlic.
that's fine.
Okay.
You know, because you should have different personalities. If you have different like
I
likes
don't.
and stuff like that,
I don't.
I don't see
My
any problem.
book review podcast about business books. Holy crap! I am crazier than I am here.
No.
It's insane. Yeah, I know.
No,
I
you're
have
not.
to get up at 4 a.m.
How crazy are you?
To get
How
up to it.
crazy are you?
Oh, unbelievable, man! Unbelievable.
Okay.
He's
I
not
have
any.
I shock
it's not a matter of
writers
crazy,
from
it's
all
more a
over
matter
the
of
world.
sober.
Next one, we only
All
have
right,
10 minutes.
Now this one I'm going to rewrite it. It says write fast, edit slow, but I would say create fast, edit slow, because give me a break. I mean, you can write, but you can do videos, you can do audio, podcasting, you name it. So
Think before you tweet. Yeah.
That's better. Think.
I
Whether
like
you
that
write
one
it
too.
fast, whether you write it slow, just
Okay.
think before you press a button.
So, what happens if you do act? Oops, I shouldn't have sent that
Delete.
off. Da-da-da-da.
Delete.
Do you or do you contact the person and says, "Oh, I'm really sorry."
It's a tweet. Delete.
Delete. All right.
Don't do. Yeah. Okay.
You don't think so?
And if you're going to delete
If
it,
you want to be
and you've
100%
sent it out-
transparent, you can say, "Oh, by the way, I just deleted an email where I totally trashed somebody by mistake. Sorry about
Don't
that."
totally trash it.
Yeah, don't trash
That's
people.
dumb.
First
Just
place.
don't do
Be
stupid
nice.
things. Okay, next one.
That's
Patrick Swayze, but said it best in Roadhouse. Be nice.
Oh,
And if you really have to, like,
Just
be
be
How
mean,
that's where
that into the
that's where that
He
came
said
from. I
just
often
be
wondered.
nice.
Okay.
that
next,
movie's awesome. If you haven't
next
watched
one.
it,
Next,
All right, Andrew, this is yours.
I like that movie.
Lists FTW.
list for the win.
What?
Lists
Oh,
Yes.
I like
Being
lists.
on a
win.
list.
for the win.
I use lists all
It's,
the
it's
time.
an
What does that
arcane
mean?
reference. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either.
need that
use
translated.
lists.
FTW for the win.
What does
So
that mean?
I mean,
when-
if if it's like, hey, I did,
it's like circles in Google. Are you organize
well,
people?
well,
You can
yeah.
do stuff
I mean,
with
it's
it.
like you
more
don't want to
functional.
watch your whole stream come into Twitter. So you might have.
Oh
your-
yeah, you just
you
narrow it
have your
down.
list.
favorites.
I've got
right?
a I've got a
okay.
bunker
Circles
list.
and
I've got
So that I-
Same thing.
it's okay. It's like it's like circles for Twitter.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Next one.
thank you for that translation.
Circles for Twitter.
Avoid errors
Oh, nice
like
suggestion.
404s.
Oh yeah, for sure. That is crap.
Check your links because there's nothing more annoying.
That
than
should be in the
that
first.
somebody writes a killer headline. You're like, oh yeah, and then it's like, oh.
404.
Yeah.
Say, you
Yes.
bastards. Katie,
Think
I will get
So but the thing
before
is,
you
do
tweet.
you tell them,
Yes.
or do you just go?
No,
It
you
goes
have
back
to
to
tell
what
them.
we talked about just a second ago about like
No.
if you screw up, you delete.
Yeah, you
Most
would
of the
delete
time
that
they
if it's
don't
a
even know.
404.
You can overwrite.
But you should at least tell the
You don't
person
del-
if you're a person that
You don't
enjoys their
delete,
content.
you
Tell
override.
them.
Like if you screw up, Andrew, look at if we screwed up a podcast and we had to overwrite it, we could just overwrite it, and the next person that logged in would get a totally different show, right?
Yeah, but the majority of people. get
Yeah,
it.
but did you guys like technically you can do that?
If it's someone,
You can
if
do
it's
that. Like,
someone
but
I-
the people that get it later are going to get the
Okay, but
new
we're
episode.
talking Twitter, right? I mean, I've realized I misspelled something in a tweet. I just deleted it and redid it.
Me too.
Yeah, fact.
All
Like
right,
that's just how you do it.
All right,
But
fine.
not everyone's perfect. I mean, you're going to have the occasional error.
Not even.
Not even us.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty damn good at spelling badly. Holy
Bob,
crap!
you-
I am
you-
the best.
Bob, you-
you don't mess
Bob,
with me.
you excel at spelling badly.
Thank you very much.
I like that spelling.
Mm.
Axel.
It's special spelling.
I know. I can hardly bear it. Okay, check out my 23 useful rules for online writing for more pointers. And then under that it
Whatever
says,
that was.
and then
No
it says
comment.
the next one. It says bait is the next one. So basically,
Okay,
say you
bait,
put a
yeah,
bait line.
yeah,
That was a bait
yeah.
line, right? So actually, 6 and 7 are a combo.
Link
so
bait
this
or
is actually
whatever.
19
I hate that.
things for
Okay,
Twitter.
yeah, me
so
too.
that would
Okay,
be-
move. Yep.
Well, it's cleverly done, you know.
Whatever.
Maybe not well, but clever. Learn the 12 sharing triggers. 12! Holy crap. Sharing is like, yeah,
I don't
here,
have that
check
many
out this
fingers.
stuff. It's awesome. If you don't like it, who cares? You know,
Okay.
boom. There's a million
There's
people
better
there,
stuff
right?
than this.
Well, Bonnie, if
You should have asked Bonnie to.
we make this public knowledge. You
Yeah,
can
okay.
look at these lists.
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
I did
put this
actually
in earlier today at around 4.
I did
but, you know,
actually
check every 10
skim.
minutes.
I did actually skim it and thought, crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, not again. Headlines, yeah, whatever. That should have been what 1, 2, or 3. I don't think this is in a descending or ascending.
I don't think
order.
so either.
Yeah. It's more fun if we.
No,
thought
it was
that
just
way.
sort of bleh.
Okay, but how about this is a good one? Witty versus descriptive. I mean, witty, of course.
Should you always not be witty? I mean, should you?
Yeah, make it
Not always
entertaining.
be
Sometimes
witty.
we can't be witty.
No,
You need, I mean, the headline needs to be catchy. Basically, I mean, Twitter. If you're tweeting up for a link, it's just a headline. If you don't make it catchy, don't make it interesting. Why are they going to click?
That's right.
Why should you click?
Hey,
And
why
they
don't you
give
just
them
put
something
that?
to click.
Yeah,
Drives
just
them
why-
nuts.
why do you say,
Do
why
not
should you
click
click?
this link.
That's like a new
That's
bracelet.
witty.
Why should you click this witty link?
Yeah. You're going to love this, but
Please
don't even
read- yeah.
bother.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you bastard. All right. Enough
Was there any
stuff.
more?
Hey, those are great headlines. Witty versus descriptive, exactly. That's a great combo
Yep.
again. So now we're down to 18 points. The 65 characters rule. Bonnie, please. What I
No.
would say like 120.
120.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just
65,
have.
what the hell is-
Sometimes I have so much to say, I just go to 140.
Well, if you did 65, you could do 2 tweets in one tweet.
Oh, no, I
You could
don't
be
like
doubling
it.
up
Sorry.
on those tweets.
No, I don't like that either.
No. You have to get me the first time because
trying
I'm
to
off
save
doing
this guy.
something else.
Wow. So, okay, trashed big time. Adjectives FTW, which is
For the win.
Thank you. Finally, still sucks
Okay,
as an
yeah.
acronym. That's
Or it
that's
could
a
be,
3-letter.
No, it's for the
acronym,
win.
right?
or it could be WFT the other way around.
Okay. How about question-based
Well, that one we
headlines?
all know.
Actually, question-based headlines are good. It's just like, why are we doing
please,
this list?
no.
And then, people could talk
What
about
is
it.
this YouTube video?
No, please. Why
Lame.
is the sky blue?
Use the right labels.
Yeah,
Exactly.
seriously.
This
don't be a
is-
dick.
Okay.
Or
Like
douche.
no,
I'm
seriously, like
not
I
gonna work with that.
miss like leading links. Like if
Yep.
anything, it's stupid. You're like
Be
watch a
honest.
guy jump off a bridge, and then it's a guy walking on a bridge. You're like, come on, those are two different things.
All right, is that the end of the list or what?
Be original.
Nah,
be
it's not
honest.
Be yourself.
Well, just find ones that are worth talking
All
about.
right. So I want to. This is a French word. Twitter etiquette. And
Which
that's-
needs to
we're gonna
include the
wrap it up with-
all-important social media foreplay. Don't try and sell to me just because I frickin' followed you.
Be nice.
Yeah, wait until they.
and you don't have to sell either if you want to be on Twitter.
No,
You just
can-
hang out.
You
Preferably
can
that you don't.
suggest. You can suggest. You
You can
can
be
say
like, "Yo, hey, check it out.
Look
I
at this
like this
cool
beer."
thing. You know, you follow me. This is a cool thing. You
But-
charge a lot of money to say that.
But
you
no.
know,
But then you have to be authentic and put that you're getting an affiliate link.
You know what? We should talk about our sponsor, dude.
Yeah, we should talk about
Wixie,
our sponsor,
Wixie,
but
Wixie.
I actually,
what a segue. That's what made the,
before we talk about a sponsor, I wanted to close with one thought.
All right.
People who are outgoing, optimistic, easygoing, and have a good sense of humor and a large social network are likely to live longer than those who don't possess these personality traits. So Bonnie's going to live to like,
Forever.
300.
holy smokes. The Bunker Project is going to be 100 in a month.
Yay.
2 months.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
we're pushing the 100 party. Look at you.
So,
if you fly in, we won't help.
And if
you.
you'd like to sponsor our party, please contact us.
yeah, sponsor our party.
Yes.
Party 100th
can't.
episode.
Can you just
coming
give
up.
us
It's gonna be
presents?
weird stuff.
Can we
Weird
just-
All right,
stuff.
thanks
People can
for-
bring
Give
weird
us weird
stuff.
presents. We'll be happy.
Hey,
Speaking of sponsoring,
T-shirts.
Wix.com.
Let's ask Wix if we could get like a Wix free 1-year thing. Wouldn't that be a great
that
prize?
A Wix pinata?
Whoa.
Wix.com is the easiest way to develop a website
In fact,
online.
hey, you wouldn't even have to win. You could just go to Wix
HTML5?
and make a website that's free.
It's free. Check it out, Wix.com.
I still think we should have enough. You win a Wix website. Oh, they're free. Maybe it won't work.